lot of people, when they make fondant potatoes, they cut up their potatoes into thick discs, which leaves behind a lot of trim. I personally like to keep a Ziploc bag of all my trim so I can boil it later in some water and make veggie stock out of it. Next, we want to soak our potato discs in water for about a half hour. The reason why we want to soak our potatoes is to remove the starch. Starch makes everything gelatinous. It's why we use it to thicken soups, but we don't want our fondant potatoes to be gelatinous. We want them to be crispy and firm. So now that our potatoes are soaked, we want to pat them dry with a paper towel and cook them on high heat with canola oil. The reason why we use canola oil in the beginning is because it has a low smoke point, meaning it won't catch on fire when we cook the potatoes in high heat. And why do we use high heat? To preserve the stiffness of the potato. We just put all this work into preserving the stiffness. We don't want to waste it by cooking it on the pan and then overcooking it in the oven. Now, lower your heat and add some butter. Not a lot is required. You just want enough butter to be able to baste and cover your potatoes. Remember, too much oil can dilute flavor. We now want to add some chicken stock. I didn't have any stock on hand, so I mixed some bouillon cubes in boiling water. Now we want to bring the stock back to a boil. And what I'm doing here is that I'm transferring everything to an oven tray because this is home cooking. The reality is, most of us don't have an oven-safe pan. Likewise, I've minimized the amount of butter I've used, and all of my seasoning comes from the chicken stock. At a certain point, food shouldn't come at the expense of our own health. Now, you want to bake this in the oven at a high temperature. I set mine to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. You'll bake this for about a half hour. If you like to use a thermometer, I usually cook my fondant potatoes until it reaches somewhere between 190 to 200 degrees. If you don't want to use a thermometer, then take the potatoes out when you can easily slide a knife in and out of it. And remember, you are what you eat.